Ranks are useless for Osu. Shocking, right? The only thing that exists as a way to show that you're better than others, except turnies, is actually useless, is not something you would usually think. Well, in this video, I will go through on a couple of reasons on why it is like that, and also a couple of ways to prevent it from being useless. First of all, that is the main problem, is the farm maps. Players tend to focus on playing farm maps due to them giving significantly more PP for being easier than regular maps. This inflates the rank for you, and that does not reflect how good you actually are, in my opinion. Combine that with the ranking system that often favors certain skill sets like speed, which makes it so players tend to focus on that skill sets due to them giving you more PP than, for example, on tech map. The mods does not help a lot either. Farm maps tend to be often associated with adding double time or hidden on them to get a score boost, which also then gives you more PP. With this, as you see, it easily becomes broken. The option to then retry spam these maps makes it so you don't actually develop a super good skill, in my opinion. Instead, you have forced yourself to learn the map to be able to FC it, and I am all for grabs for that. But when you see some people get scores that don't actually show how good they actually are, I dislike it. I myself have managed to climb a lot of ranks recently by playing farm maps, but I still lack at many things. Due to mostly playing farm maps, I have specialized in aim, and I can barely stream at all, for example, which shows that I have specialized in one thing by just playing these maps that are getting popular. And the community is also easily divided into different opinions on how the ranking system should reward certain maps. People complain about speed players and how they are getting favored right now instead of players who are better aiming or technical wise. Then there is players defending the current speed meta, and so on. Due to many people having different opinions on how it should be, not everyone can be satisfied. If we, for example, look at the new PP rework right now that is in the progress, the community is divided on what they think. It's impossible to satisfy everyone, and that creates another problem with the current ranked system. So, how do we fix this problem? All I have heard so far is complaints and problems, so is there any solution to it? Something that I myself consider should be implemented to avoid these troubles is a decay system, where the place you have set slowly loses its value rank-wise. That way, it forces people to constantly set good scores. The score itself should not lose its value, but as time goes on, some percentage of the PP value goes off. The change does not need to be drastically high, such as 1% getting taken off every day, but maybe every couple of months the play loses some of its value. Some people will not agree with me on this take, but that is alright. We are all entitled to our own opinion. Something that could also be fun is that a mod-specific leaderboard is added, where only scores set with the specific mods count. That way, you give the players more opportunities to grind. Another thing that I have mentioned before on this channel is a rank system that exists in, for example, Fortnite or Rocket League that needs to be implemented. I have seen people from the community create one on their own, but as that is something man-made and not something implemented into actual game, there is not a lot of players. How the people that made their own version of ranked is how it should be, in my opinion. You play against people in the same elo or rank as you, and based on your placement you either climb or decline. The best part is that there is no retry, which then gives people the right rank. Retry spammers who retry until they get the score is something that gets prevented here. As I mentioned before in the video, the part that you can retry on how many times you want is a double-edged sword to me. It lets people try over and over to get score they want, but it's also a hindrance in a way. It gives that safe feeling that even if you miss, you still have infinite tries to FC it. With the rank mode, that disappears, and it makes it so you need to be playing the best every single time or else you won't climb. Having ranked implemented will actually make it much more interesting wise, and it will also give options for so much content but also competitions. In the end, The ranked system we have at the moment should be kept, but it has its flaws. Letting it pieces right now is a possibility, but I feel like if you want players to have something else to compete for, an added ranked system, like I mentioned before, is the go-to way, and have it at the same time. So, to summarize everything said in the video real quick, is that the Osu ranked system we have at the moment has its flaws and is pretty useless at the moment. But the current meta that favors certain skill sets is not fair, and new reworks that is trying to be made divides the community. Solutions to this problem are adding mod-specific leaderboards, but also a ranked system that's not like the one we have right now. It gives the game more stuff to be able to explore and grind for, and opens a lot of ways for content creators and players. And that was all I had to say for this video. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and if you disagree with my points or want to give feedback, be sure to write in the comments. I will reply to every single one. See ya next time.